There's been a lot of whining going on because our esteemed lawmakers are talking about letting the payroll tax cut expire, whining about how this is going to hurt the poor. Well, let me just share a few facts with you about the so-called poor. Fact: 88% of poor people have running water. Fact: 92% of poor people have toilets inside their homes. Fact: 63% of poor people can buy food 85% of the time. Fact: 67% of poor people don't have their heat turned off more than once during the winter. Fact: a mere 30% of poor people died last year from inadequate access to medical care. Fact: a full 51%, that's over half people, of poor children will not go to bed hungry tonight. Pfft, you know who's really poor? This guy. So unless you haven't eaten in over a week and have a constant cloud of flies drinking the tears of hopelessness shed for the seventh relative you buried due to an easily curable illness, I don't think you have any business calling yourself poor. And after all this country has done for them, what with the CHIP and the WIC and the welfare, keeping them fed while they futilely search for living wage employment in an economic wasteland brought about by the breakneck relocation of every job possible to foreign countries in a soulless, short-sighted bid to maximize profits, leaving only a few white-collar careers available to those who aren't completely priced out of an increasingly profit-driven higher education system? Is it too much to ask, then, that we ask that they give something back? So what if they have to ask their children to go to bed hungry an extra night a week? Considering the epidemic rise of childhood obesity in this nation, they'd be irresponsible not to. After all, is it really fair to ask the rich to give even more when they already work so hard? It's hard to orchestrate the relocation of an entire industrial base from America to some place like China. I mean, just think of what's involved in building up a sovereign man-made floating tropical island paradise so they have some place to escape to when the country they've been mercilessly exploiting finally collapses and the disenfranchised wake up and cry for blood. So, we all have to make sacrifices in these times of trial, and I would ask the so-called poor to remember this.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.